Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing a quick little tutorial overview type thing on VoxelSniper. So this video is directed at all the world builders and the admins, and I suppose the owners if they don't already know it. So let's just go ahead and start voxeling the shit out of this area. Now, let's say we want to, I don't know, build a little house on this nice little area right here. First, for VoxelSniper, main command you're going to want to know is D. This defaults your brush, values reset. You're going to want to do that basically every time before you do something, because if you've been voxeling previously and you forget you have like a setting on, then you could accidentally do something you really don't want to do. So it's just best to default it every time you're going to do something. And then let's say we want to clear, let's just do this. Let's do grab a piece of wood. Let's make it out of stone. So this is what I always do. You can, if you know the block ID or you want to type it out, you can do that too, but I always just find the block I want to use, place it, and then you look at it and you type /V. That stands for voxel. Obviously this plugin is called VoxelSniper, and a voxel is a cube, which is exactly what we're looking at, a cube. So if I do V, it selects this cube, and you'll see now that we have smooth brick selected. So let's say we wanted to make like a platform, a circular platform right here. Now we've got that selected. We are going to need to select our brush. If we're going to make it a circle, I'm going to go ahead and use the cylinder brush. It's going to make it a direct circle, and whatever brush radius or brush size I set it for. Let's say I set it to 5 and I put it right here. It'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out there. So it looks like I'm going to probably want about 7 or 10-ish. So we're going to go ahead and set our brush to cylinder. B for brush, C for cylinder, and we want this block to go over everything. We don't want to just replace something individual, which I guess I'll show you later. I shouldn't be talking about that right now. So we're just going to do BC for brush cylinder. Now our brush is cylinder. You'll see here it is set to 3, which is not what we want. The brush height is 1, which is exactly what we want. That way it's not like a really tall cylinder. We just want it 1 high. So let's go ahead and make our brush bigger. Just B for brush, and then we'll do like, I don't know, 9. Sounds good. Now, for VoxelSniper, your two tools are the gunpowder and the arrow. Now, I always kind of pictured it like the gunpowder like added on top of it, like it'd do like that, and the arrow replaces what you're looking at, so it would do like that, if that makes any sense. So like with the arrow, I would imagine that if I clicked right there, right click by the way is your VoxelSniper command, so you right click up. Looks like for some reason this time I wanted to put it on top. These updates are always changing on me, that's why I never know. Let's see, just for fun, what happens if we were to use the gunpowder. I'm going to go ahead and undo that with /U. So we'll right click with the gunpowder. Oh, okay, well, that's interesting, I suppose. I think I'm going to go ahead and go back to the arrow, dig it one down, just because I wanted it kind of like that. So now I've got this beautiful little cylinder. I always like to cut off the edges, which isn't VoxelSniper related whatsoever. But now let's go ahead and say we want to make sort of a fancier wall. We don't want it to just be a direct cylinder. We want it to I don't know, have some form to it, like a cool house would have. I'll go ahead and choose nether brick just for fun. And I'm just gonna lay down basically like the ground floor of what I think I would want this building to be. I'm gonna go ahead and make a little back porch area, I suppose. Then I'm gonna go ahead and define some rooms after I get the rest of that. So let's say I know where I want my rooms. If I was gonna have this, I guess it could be the front porch. That could work too. If this is gonna be my front porch, that'd be my door. Let's say I wanted to have a bedroom right here. Some sort of just half a wall right there. I don't know what you'd put in here. Maybe chests or something. Anyways, so now I've got this unique shape that you wouldn't normally see. So let's go ahead and bring it up. Save us some time. Now, I mean, this can obviously be as big as you want, and you'll set your brush size to declare how much you want to bring up. But I'm just going to go ahead and default my values because it's what I like to get in the habit of doing. It takes half a second. Then I'm going to do B for brush, extrude. Extrude means that it's going to make like a invisible disk face, if you will. Like if I was to click right here, then whatever my brush size is, it'll bring all the blocks that are on that face. And in that radius, it'll bring them up. I'll show you. So let's do a brush size of 15 just to be safe, because there's not going to be any other nether brick around. So I don't have to worry about bringing anything up I don't want to. You have to, for extrude, you do not do V for voxel. You don't select it as a voxel because you're not using that voxel. It's hard to explain. But with extrude, like if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to extrude this too, you would do VL to add it to the voxel list, and then I could do VL to add that to the voxel list, and now you'll see that there's 2 blocks on my list. And I don't know if I already set my brush size, I don't remember. Just do 15 to be safe. Get your gunpowder for extrude. You're always going to want the gunpowder. Then you just right click it, and you'll see there, look at that, it extruded only what we wanted it to. Didn't do any of this because it wasn't on the face, and it did both of these block types. So I could just get up above it, right click it 4 or 5 times, give it a good extrude, make it as tall as I wanted to. I don't know, I could make it a tower if I wanted to. Fair game, do whatever you want. And then you can go ahead and default your values. Now we can start giving it a little bit more form. Let's do VDF for voxel disk face. Basically what this is it's a flat square, just like a plane, I guess, if you will. So B VDF, and then on this one, how do I want to do this? Let's just do that. I'm just gonna fill this up. Then you select that as a voxel, do a brush size of like 5, and then oops. See, they're always changing on me. Crafty. Crafty. Alright, so I guess it would be B4-ish, and then look at that. So, if you didn't see what I did there, I just took my arrow and I right clicked in the middle. If it's 4, obviously I want to try to get in the middle of it. Yep, it's a good way to section things off. I mean, if I wanted to close off this top, I could just fly around like this and hold my right click and then fill it in. Obviously I was a little bit sloppy because I'm recording and it's 6 in the morning, but don't judge me. So we've got our basic shape. Let's just say default our values just because it's good practice. Let's do V glass, set our voxel to glass. We're going to do something a little more fancy here. Let's say we wanted to have some sexy circular windows, but we only want to replace the nether brick, obviously. We don't want to replace the air, because if you can't ever forget that air is a voxel. When you start off with VoxelSniper, that is your voxel, and if you just right click it, it's going to use air. So we are going to do B for ball, that's also a brush. And then we're going to do MM for material. I always think of it as material place. I don't know what MM specifically stands for. But we're going to go ahead and do that. I guess mat. It replaces a material with another material. So in this case, we are going to do VR for voxel replace, and we're already looking at the nether brick. Because air is a transparent voxel, if we're looking at it, we just look through it and we hit the next thing that has a collision box, which in this case would be this. So, sorry, I'm kind of getting really off track here. We're replacing the other brick. I have selected the ball. I'm going to make my brush size 2 because I'll make it a 5 size. You'll see. Boom. Boom. Now, obviously, my planning wasn't ideal, but I'm just trying to get a point across to you guys. I'm just showing you brushes. I mean, I really don't have anything specific I'm going for with this building. So, yeah, you can fly around, give it some windows with this neat little thing if you want to. Just rip it a new one. Give it some serious modern architecture. I don't know. Do whatever you want. It's your building. So anyways, now that we've got some of the basics down, let's do something a little bit harder. Now let's say what do we want to do? Okay, let's go for something a little bit harder. Now some of these things, like this for example, if you do item DB, you'll see that it is smooth brick, but not only is it, like if I was to do I98, which is the number right here, which is the block value, it gives me smooth brick, which is the 0 data value. This is the something value, and this is the data value, I believe. I could be terribly off. I'm very tired. But anyways, you get my point. So let's say we wanted to do pretty much what we did here, but we want to use a paint. We want to use something specific. So just go ahead and place that. Clear your values. B, voxel disk face. C for combo. You could also do combo ink. They both have their benefits. I'll kind of let you research and do that on your own, but combo works best for me. I like combo a lot. And then you're going to do V to select the voxel if I haven't already. Then VI to select the voxel ink, which is the, I guess, data variable. Okay, that's what that's called. So this 2 right here is data variable. So now, if I right click, I'm using that block instead of this default block. Just showing you, I don't know, I guess, benefits of that. So, I don't know, for now, let's go ahead and look at the VoxelSniper page. Now, if you go to Google, and you type in VoxelSniper, and it is right there. It is the first one. You cannot miss it. And it has nice little nifty menu over here for you to take shortcuts to, or if you know what you're going for, you could do like Control F for find. And then let's say we wanted to overlay the ground, overlay, splatter, and you just keep pressing enter until it gets to the actual overlay brush, which is right here. So let's say we wanted to overlay this grass. Let's say we just wanted to replace the top layer of this grass. Well, okay, let's do something a little bit different. Over here, we have sand. Now let's assume that the sand is like 5, 6, 7, 8 deep, you know, super deep. Now, if you wanted to cover the top, you have a few options. You could use the voxel disk face and just fly around like this, like I have been. But obviously, you're going to get your own shape. I mean, you're cutting off the air, and it's just all going to be flat because you're just shooting on the same surface. So if we undo that, whatever, it doesn't need to be undone. So let's just say that we only want to get like this top layer done. We want to cover it with grass. Or something, let's do something a little funner. Let's do sponge. Why not? Place a sponge, we reset our values, choose the voxel, B over lay. I don't know if over or overlay matters. Yeah, you can do either. And then your brush size is 3, which is small, but it'll work. And you're gonna fly around, and as you can see, it is overlaying the whatever, like if you click like blocks. Like it's not gonna work for man-made blocks like this. It only does natural surfaces. So like you have to overlay grass, dirt. You can do, I think, netherrack, stuff like that. But see, if I'm over here with 2 surfaces, it pretty much overlays like downwards. You know what I mean? Like you'll see, like wherever I'm clicking, it's going kind of, it's doing obviously the 3 radius, and then it's also going down. And then it loses a block when it goes down, but that's just more complex than I even need to worry about discussing. So alright, that's better. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I'll just have to fix this. So let's say that there is some sort of crazy, destroyed, non-functional, man-built thing just kind of sitting here minding its own business. You're like, oh, well, this is just an eyesore, I just want to remove this. Or it could even be a floating tree. This next brush I'm going to show you, it removes everything except for, it might even actually remove sand. I guess we'll find out. I think it does remove sand, but it doesn't remove dirt or grass. So we're going to reset our values, B erase, B, let's just do 6, why not? And then right click up. Looks like, nope, it does not do sand. Oh, maybe it does. I have no idea what it's doing. Yeah, oh no, it's getting something down farther. Not sure what it's hitting. But anyways, now we've got this other eyesore, but we've removed all of the man-built stuff. We want to fill it in. We're gonna do D. B, E is for erode, and you can find all of the erodes actually right. No, that's a random erode. Erode. You can do melt, which is very cool. You can do fill, which I like. Smooth, smooths out some of the rougher surfaces. Lift, I have never actually really done that one. Or float, clean, I don't know what those do. But let's say we want to fill this in, nonetheless. We can do B, E, fill. Set our brush to something a little bit bigger, like 8. And then you're going to pretty much want to click the side and kind of bring it towards you, or I guess you could go from above and fill it too, doesn't really matter. But you just fly around and basically right click and it'll just kind of fill in the gaps. And also, you'll notice that I'm doing this with my arrow. If I turn this to the gunpowder, it's basically gonna undo or do the opposite. It's pretty much, actually, this is doing a melt. So I'll show you. If we do BE melt, B8, and then you'll see that with the gunpowder it actually does more of a fill. And then this is a melt. So they're that's why they give you 2 tools, is so that you can easily I don't know. They basically do opposites at any given time. It's hard to explain, but not always. Let's see what else we have to go over. Oh, let's say we have something. Oops. Say we have something to copy. Say, oh my God, look at this tree. Isn't that a beautiful tree? This is the most glorious. Oh, this group of trees. No, look at this building over here. Oh my God. Never in my life have I seen such a structure. I have to have it as my own. Alright, golden. It's not even a very big building. And I don't want to rotate it. I want it just how it is. It's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it over. I'm just going to put it over there. So this brush that I'm going to use first is my favorite. I like it the most. You can do a lot bigger area with this one, and I find that it tends to do less fucking up, I guess would be the word. VoxelSniper doesn't do a lot of messing up, but it'll sometimes lose the placement of like torches, signs. Sometimes it's pretty good about most things, though. You'll see. So our brush here is B CS for clone stamp. Now our brush is 3. Let's do it like, I don't know, 9 on a Duos. It's not that big. I might get some of the cliff here, but it's not a big deal. I'm not that worried about it. And then for this one, we need to do a voxel height, which is how high we want it to copy. Because right now it's only at 1, so it's only going to copy this ground level, which isn't kosher. So I don't know, 10 would do me fine, I'd say. Let's do VH10. And with this one, I believe if you right-click with the gunpowder and it copies it, and then you fly away to your happy place, and then you pull out your arrow, and with this one, you right-click with the arrow, and it pastes it for you. And yeah, see what it lost a couple of those torches, lost the signs, not that sign, not too bad though. It's here for the most part. I think, nope, didn't keep what was in the chest. But still, not a bad deal, not a bad deal at all. Now let's say we wanted to do something fancier. Let's say we wanted to rotate it. What we're going to want to do with that is determine, like, it's basically you want 2 corners, like a top corner and then a bottom opposite corner to click on. So if I clicked in this corner, it looks like I would get these blocks and those blocks. I'm going to bring it this way one more just to be safe. And then this one looks like I could get away with clicking over right there perfectly. So I'm going to clear my values again. This one I don't need a brush size. It's going to be B. CP for copy paste. And let's say I wanted to turn it 90 degrees. And actually you can change the pivot angle after you copy it. You can do that later, but let's just say I already have that planned out. So with this one, I'm pretty sure you use the arrow. You right click a corner, yep, first point. Right click a second point. And I think you pull out the gunpowder, you right click, yep, copies. And I think I paste it with the gunpowder too. It might be the arrow. I'm gonna try the gunpowder. Oh, yep, perfect. But I did one thing wrong. I started at the top and went down, and then I clicked at the base. My first point is where it goes off of. So if my first point's yay high, I don't know, let's say that's 6 or so-ish, I'm going to need to put this block that I'm going to click off of about the same height. And there we go. Oops, looks like I didn't go down one enough. I forgot to get the floor. But I got my point across, right? You're damn right I did. So we're going to do it. Let's see here. What else? I'm going to undo that one because he might be creeped out if he comes. That guy comes home and sees 2 of his house. What else do we have to do? Generate trees. I ask that you do not generate trees unless you know what you're doing. Oh, that's what we can do. Let's fix a water error. So first of all, to fix a water error, we need to create a water error. So let's do probably the simplest one I can think of. B for ball. And let's do because we're going to let's just replace the water with air. So our voxel is already set to air. Let's do VR facing the water. It's going to replace stationary water. Now later on I'll show you the difference between running and stationary water. But for now that's all we need. Let's make a fairly big hole. Oh my lord. Isn't that just the most ugly thing you ever did see? Now look at it, and then people come by and they just see this hole. It's atrocious. Almost as atrocious as this chunk error looking thing right here. This square, but I'm getting way off topic here. Oh my god, I saw my house over there. Jesus. Alright, so let's go ahead and fix this. We have so many options we can do. Let's go with one we haven't done yet. We can do BFD for fill down, and then facing still water, choose V for our voxel. Let's do brush size of, I don't know, 15. Why not? And I think with this one, you're going to want to click on the level to fill down to, and I think the arrow is the way to do that. Yep. Oh, forgot that about this brush. This one will leave you with fun little running water things, so you're still an ugly piece of shit. So let's just undo that. There we go. Okay, so now let's go with a different method. I'm going to clear that out, choose that as our voxel, brush size, I don't know, 15, and then let's try voxel disk face, BVDF. And we're just going to choose water. Now I think that the way that they have this changed, well, let's just try it. Oh, yep. So you just take the arrow and you right click on the level that you want to fix. And look at that, son of a bitch. It doesn't want to fix those ones because there was already running water there. But it did much better than the last one. So now I'm going to show you my little trick. Just do B for ball, why not? MM, because we are going to be replacing this running water. It says stationary water, but I guarantee you it is not stationary water. I always do V stationary water with that, and then I just do or no shit, VR, that's what I want to replace, and then my V I just do water because that's still water for sure. And then if you right click a couple times, it's just gonna replace all of that ugliness with beautiful, clean, fresh, still water. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? Now, let's see what else we can do. Sorry this is so long, guys. VoxelSniper has so much. The ring brush, that one's easy. You just do BRI, and then you do IR. Let's say you wanted to make a circle, but you didn't want it to be a filled-in circle. You just wanted, like, let's just do it. BRI IR 8, and then we'll do a B of 11 just to show you. Why not? We'll do leaves. And then I'll right click and you'll see it does that. So with this one, actually what I like to do is I'll get a pole, take my arrow, right click, it's going to do it on that same level, then I just break it and keep right clicking it. And you'll see like break, right click, break, right click. And you can, whoops, by the way, forgot to mention that. If you are holding shift and you right click, it automatically does replace materials. So I'm just going to do shift right click and choose replace leaves, even though I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm getting super tired. Ridiculous. But yeah, if you're shift and right click, you can do replace easily. So let's just clear our values. Now, if you clear values and you right click, your voxel is just a normal snipe. And you can check that with VS. So my brush is snipe. And I'm just doing air. Now let's say that I wanted to change my voxel to sand right click. I just shift and left click, voxel set to sand, and actually since I'm already pointing that sand with arrow, it's not going to replace it, but if I did that it would replace it. But with sand I could go ahead and fill that with the gunpowder. That's why I always like to think that gunpowder puts on top. See, it'll put it on top of the disk face you're looking at rather than where you're looking. And then, yep. The shell brush, another great one. Just go ahead and try that. Oh, I guess I'll show you. B. Let's just make a ball of glass. B7. So we want to make a glass ball and fill it with glowstone for whatever reason. I think I have it all set up. I might have forgotten. Yep, we got ourselves a ball. Now with this what I'm about to show you, I like to break off these edges just because it's gonna fill one from the outside block. So I'll just show you. I'll leave the bottom one so you can see. So let's go ahead and fill it up. Now right now I'll just show you that this is completely filled with glass all the way through. So let's go ahead and fill it with glowstone, why don't we? Alright, now let's go ahead and fill it with sponge. I already got that here. So we're gonna do D, clear values. Keep in mind I may mess this up, it's been a while. B, SHB for ball, because we're doing a shell on a ball. Now with the shell, you can basically shell on the inside or the outside of a ball. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and test a little bit of both of that. So let's start off small just so make sure I don't super fuck this up. We'll just keep our brush size at 3. If I take the arrow and I right click, it's going to go ahead and do the other side. And since my brush is only 3, it's only doing a ball the size of 3, and it's only going on the inside. So if I wanted to fill the whole thing, then I would do like brush 20 just to be safe, since there's no other glass around. Right click it, and we've got ourselves a ball full of sponge. And I'm pretty sure this one's where it gets dangerous, and I advise to be very careful with this one. I think with this one actually we'd want to do brush size of like 2. And then let's just do the glowstone. And if you use the gunpowder, oh, see? I guess you still have some stuff to learn. I will just note though that sometimes I have done it like if you try to fill it with water or you try to fill it with lava. I have had times where I will right click it and it will, if my brush size is like 20, it will make a ball around the glass for whatever reason, for God knows why. It'll make a ball 20 wide around the entire sphere in water or lava. In both cases, it is very laggy, especially lava. So please be careful with these brushes. They are very powerful, and please be careful with your brush sizes. Now, what else can we do? I think we have a good majority of it here, guys. Line brush. Ooh, actually, I was taught one the other day by Captain Stupid. Let's see if I can replicate it. I think it's set. Let's go ahead and just do the glass. Now, I think the way that this is done is you use an arrow and you right click. 0.1, yep. And then if you use gunpowder, I don't know what'll happen if I do it at a diagonal. Oh, that's cool. It looks like it makes a cube. But I also know that you could do like a floor that way. Oh, like that. And that's just an easy way to fill gaps that I was taught the other day. Use it as you will. Use it in good health. Basically, guys, just go to this site. Just look at it. I mean, I can't teach you all of it. There's so much to teach you, and it takes time and practice. But I can assure you that it is well worth learning, and I can assure you that this kicks world at its ass. Alright? See what I'm saying here? Alright, I'm going through here, and it looks like we've got a majority of the important brushes here. Yeah, oh, ooh. And I highly recommend these videos. I've watched these. Video on terraforming, copy and pasting, clone stamp, splatter brush, which I really hope somebody can get good on our server with the splatter brush. I've never known anybody who's good with it, but it can do some seriously cool shit. And yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end this tutorial, guys. So I'm going to undo as much of my stuff as I can. Now keep in mind that VoxelSniper only does so many undos, and you can't fix it all. So if you fuck up early, you may just have to erase it. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't want to risk clearing like sand out, you could do like BBMM VR B30. Look at that. Clear all that out. Crouch right click. Oops. Crouch left click. No, I need an arrow with that? Oh, that is very interesting. I did not know that. Okay, so with the gunpowder, it deals with data variables, and with the arrow, it apparently deals with only voxels, like the actual voxel itself. So that is very good to know, actually. Great to know. So, I think that I have done and shown you pretty much all that you need to know for right now. So, this has been Pro. I apologize for the length of this video, and I greatly appreciate all of you that have stayed around and listened to my 6:30 in the morning babble while I make this nice little tutorial. Anyways, use VoxelSniper in good health, responsibly, and of course, have fun.